Wait, who is that kid down there acting like he ain't got no sense? Run it back. Oh, that's me. And I'm the youngest of four children blessed to be birthed by the amazingly talented, super brilliant, and beautiful Hattie Louise Johnson Smith. Now, how did you know Hattie? Did you know her as a friend, a co-worker, a classmate, an aunt, a cousin, a choir director, a ministry worker, a scholar? Because if there's one thing about it, she wore a lot of hats. I mean, hat is in her name. But today, we answer the question once and for all. For a woman who had so many diversified talents, gifts, and so much knowledge, who is Hattie? The Life Reflections presented by Cameron Smith. Hattie Louise Johnson Smith was born November 14, 1953 in Kansas City, Kansas. She was the seventh out of 9 children born to the founders of Faith Deliverance Church of God in Christ, Lee H. and Adley Johnson. She had a profoundly close relationship with all of her siblings, being the big sister but still the little sister, and also the middle of the 3 girls. Growing up in a first family wasn't easy. Everybody had to be found working, and Mama did just that, as she built Faith Deliverance Music Ministry into an absolute powerhouse and released one of the greatest gospel songs of all time. Anyone who knew Hattie Smith knew she took her education seriously, as she went to Lincoln, Emerson, and Abbott Elementary before going to Northwest Junior High, where she became a Reasons to Believe recipient and graduating a Bulldog in 1971. But she didn't stop there, as she went on to attain 3 degrees, finishing off with her master's from Friends University. On October 19, 1975, she would marry the love of her life, Gerald Wally Smith. Together, these 2 Kansas City gospel music powerhouses led the Faith Deliverance Choir to new heights as they performed with Cab Calloway at the New Vista International Hotel in 1985. Together, they would also pioneer the Greater Kansas City Gospel Music Awards. They recorded albums together, and Mama went on to be one of Kansas City's most requested MCs, working with Orlando Draper, John P. Key, the Clark, and Pace sisters. But that's not all. Because of their union, they would go on to birth what Gerald Smith referred to as the perfect mix: 2 boys and 2 girls, Aaron, Ryan, Dara, and Cameron. The beautiful thing about Hattie as a mother is she had 4 completely different individuals, and she was able to form 4 completely different bonds with all of her children. Whether it was orchestra or choir concerts, school plays, or football games, Hattie was going to show up and show out for her children. Hattie was also a corporate mastermind. Starting off as an operator at Southwestern Bell, she was able to climb the corporate ladder, making it all the way to the level of a B-band in AT&T before retiring after 30 years. After a few years off, she decided to rejoin the workforce and served for 15 years for the Unified Government of Wyandotte County, where she helped establish 311 and served as a tax levy manager. Hattie Johnson Smith was also a masterful grandmother. So much so that she created her own term that encompassed and embodied the role that she played in her grandchildren's life: MEM, M-E-M, which stood for My Extra Mother. MEM was so full of love, and just like she had done with her children, she did the same thing with her grandkids, as she was frequently seen at baseball, basketball, and football games, school plays, and choir concerts, all in support of her grandchildren. But there's no way we can mention Hattie without speaking on evangelist Hattie Johnson Smith, who stayed ready with the word, so she never had to get ready.
When it seems your trials are coming from the north, south, east, and west, and you feel like giving up, when it seems you got all you know to do, well, you put yourself in a situation for God to move, because now you've done everything you know to do. But then you need to step back and watch God work. Because if you can only believe, all things are
So who is Hattie? She was so much to so many different people. She accomplished so much in her life, and two of her favorite quotes are going to stick with me for the rest of mine. And that's, nothing beats a failure but a try, and if better is possible, then good is simply not enough. And good wasn't enough when he made you, mama, so he made you the best. I'm gonna miss you, pretty brown girl, but enjoy that other building, not made by hand.